when people make reservations and don't show up? What do you do?
If it's a small 2-3, I just like whatever, man. We used to take credit cards. We used to do all that stuff. If it's a large party, like the other day, this guy made a reservation, and I had a feeling, because like you just get a feeling.
Yeah.
Called it at like 5:30. Yeah, can we come in? And it doesn't show up, and we saved up the table for him. And I call him up, and I says, "Excuse me, sir, maybe I made a mistake and I put you down for the wrong day, but you're whatever your name is." He goes, "Which restaurant is this?" I was like, "This is Il Posto Accanto." "Oh, I called and I spoke to someone and I canceled." I says, "No, you didn't, because I'm the motherfucker that answers the phone."
Welcome to Dan Loves to Chat. On today's episode is so fun. I'm joined by Julio Pena, who is the co-owner of a restaurant called Il Posto Accanto in the East Village, which has been around for like over 2 decades. And before that, he had a restaurant called El Bagato, which was around, I think, more. He is just such a classic New York restaurant person in the sense that he had no interest in doing it. And him and his wife, Beatrice, started this restaurant. She is Italian and was not a chef, doesn't like to be called a chef. And just started this restaurant that became kind of like an industry, not industry. We're not supposed to say industry, like a family hub community thing deep in the East Village, on East 2nd Street. Julio is like just a classic. He's so funny. He has real stories. He doesn't give a fuck. They don't take reservations any other way besides over the phone. He'll kick people out of the restaurant. He's notoriously grumpy, but when he likes you, he is one of the most lovely, hospitable people you'll ever meet in your entire life. And we are also joined by Brenda Collerton, who, of course, if you've seen any of this podcast, one of my dearest friends and constant collaborator. Brenda has been going to Il Posto for many years, back even in the party days, and still goes now when it's definitely more of a restaurant than a DJ, den, club, amazing hangout thing. Anyway, this is just such a classic New York episode, and you'll learn why it's incredibly annoying to call anything classic New York. I love an episode like this. It's the best. If you have people that you think are like this, that you think I should have on these pods, please DM them to me on Instagram or email them in. This is my favorite kind of episode, with just a person who is extremely real and does a thing and just had no plan. Anyway, if you like the episode, like, comment, subscribe, send to a friend. Enjoy. Thank you so much. Well, Brenna, we want to give him an intro?
I mean, the intro, what? The intro's just, he's a bit of a pirate. I love the bling. I love the fact that you cannot make a reservation online, that you have to use the telephone. And for young people, that instrument's almost as alien as guns, and yet they do it.
Depends what neighborhood you're talking about.
That's true. No, you're right. Not uptown. Washington Heights. Anyway, and that of course, the wondrous good witch, Bea, who is his wife and is the one who does all of the cooking. The thing that amazes me is that I've been going there probably on and off with Bagato, including Bagato.
Yes.
For 35 years, maybe even over.
We opened Bagato in 1995.
Oh, okay.
Shut it down in 2013, so don't make me feel that old.
Oh, well, no, it feels like dog years to me. It has nothing to do with you.
No comment.
But the amazing thing is that it's a family. It really is a family. And that family embraces everything, everybody from like homicide detectives and firemen to journalists and writers and royalty. Prince, what's his name? I won't drop his last name. And then the rest of us. But when I first started going there...
Don't forget drug dealers.
And also drug dealers. But the first time I remember going was with the gang, whatever. It was with Wendy Goodman. It was, the whole...
Right.
And we hadn't yet found our feet. We really hadn't. I mean, we didn't know exactly what we were going to do. Mm-hmm. We hadn't made it. And that story that you just told about knowing this man since he was a kid and seeing what he became, this is an incredible thing about Posto, is now you go in and everybody that you knew, however many years that is, I can't do any math, have become something in town.
Or they haven't.
Or they haven't. Exactly.
Or they haven't. And sometimes we gotta, as you well know, baby those.
Which you do with great grace, I have to say.
Right.
No, but come on,
a lot of
you
weed.
do. I mean, But I think that the other thing that I'm interested in being, people are obsessed with the 90s right now because of this.
With the what, I'm sorry?
The 90s.
They are?
The kids are obsessed with the 90s because they're looking back on it nostalgically as this period of time that was just gloriously carefree. Nothing but partying. Of course, there was quite a bit of that, as I recall, at Pagato. Yes.
Cheers, everyone. Good
But,
morning.
Cheers,
Cheers, kids.
So what a way to
Yes.
start a Friday.
Breakfast of champions.
But the thing that remains the most consistent is not only the fact that you are occasionally very grumpy, and you're
that
what-
is my claim to fame.
Yes, it is. Is that I think it's the best fucking Italian food in New York City.
Well,
that
thank you.
I know.
That
And
is
so do-
my wife because she is the Italian one in the family. She's from Rome.
right.
We met in 1992 at Lucky Strike.
The Mecca.
Yes,
Oh,
I
man,
was with
everybody.
my friends, and my line that night was, "Where'd you purchase your tan?" And she was like, "Excuse me, purchase? I just got back from Jamaica." And I was like, "Shit, I got a half ounce of weed in my pocket. If you come with me to Save the Robots, we'll smoke a joint." And
Save the Robots.
was an after hours. I know
I
you're
remember.
young. That was around the corner from the restaurant on Avenue B between 2nd and 3rd.
Right.
Shout out to Save the Robots. That place was magical. There was sand on the floor, so if the cops came, people could just dump their drugs on the floor and nobody would notice.
No way.
Yes. I only smoke weed. And the cabs, this is before Uber, of course, and all those other horrible app things, would stretch the cab line from Avenue B between 2nd and 3rd all the way around Houston, sometimes down to Avenue C.
Oh
To
my.
pick people up. You'd stumble out of there at 11 o'clock in the
God.
morning. Sun's up, and you're like, fuck, let's go get some breakfast.
What happened?
Yeah, and that's how I met my wife. She made me dinner, and I never left.
Yeah. No, I would imagine that
she,
food.
She got me with food,
Yep.
and she is the reason that we are what we are. But in the same token, we also, if you come to the restaurant, we're not the typical restaurant. We're not. I can be pretty rough around the edges. If you're nice, I'm going to be so fucking nice to you. I'm even going to take you home and tuck you in. If you are a bit of a prima donna, think that you are who the fuck you think you are, you can kick rocks someplace else. But it's a dinner party.
Yes.
It's
that's
a dinner
perfect
party every
description.
night. And,
Yeah.
we love it when the amount of people that come there and just make friends like you did last night.
Mm-hmm.
And then they hang out together. They come in together. Shit, they go on vacation together. Some of them go on vacation with us. And it's like, damn, man, I see you every day. Like, come on.
Yeah.
But that's the blessing of Il Bagato. And then, of course, of Il Posto Accanto.
But I mean, the other thing that is extraordinary about it, I think, is that now that is something that has become so unusual in the food industry, as they call it, restaurants.
Brenda, you're right. And I'm kind of cool with that. Because, like, I remember reading about, like, some super famous restaurant now that's, like, all over the place, the hottest place in the world.
Right.
And their first review, I read it, and I wasn't, the guy was like, yeah, we're going to have a shtick. Our shtick's going to be like this, that, the other. Because, like, if you go to Rayo's, the guy sits at the table and tells you the specials. And it's like, dude, if you got to tell people that you're going to have a shtick,
Right.
You're a
Well, no,
fucking
you're
moron.
screwed from the start.
yeah, you're a moron.
Yeah.
I go to Rayo's. I love going to Rayo's because it's real.
Right.
I grew up in that neighborhood in Spanish Harlem as
Right.
a little kid. And I know people, and the staff comes to our restaurant, and they're sweethearts, and everybody's all intimidated with Rayo's. Yeah, you got to have a table.
Right.
I don't have one. My friend does. So,
Yep.
they need a token Dominican guy at the table sometimes, and they invite me.
Long live
me. I'm
DEI.
your man. Yes, I am your DEI.
But also you,
So what your point is, you don't think at Rayo's, you don't think when they started that they were like, we need a shtick.
No, that's some
it's
New
a
York
neighborhood
dude, man.
joint.
Yeah.
That's some New York dude. That's not like, no. That's just the way they are. I was watching some of your episodes, and I saw the one with the guy from Zabar's. I love that guy. He's real
Eli.
deal. He's New York.
Yeah.
He's
no,
not
no,
pretending.
Scott, the GM.
Yeah,
yeah.
the guy with the glasses. He was so
Right.
cool. I love his glasses, by the way. I thought that was so cool. You're in New York, And I get it. A lot of people come in from out of town and they're behaving or acting or doing whatever they think is quote unquote hospitality, or more importantly, what they're supposed to do or behave as New Yorkers.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
And
but
it's
if
like-
they got that wrong, because that reminds. I mean, when we had lunch last week, and you were talking about entitlement.
yeah.
I mean, that to me has changed in the way that it was once upon a time. Now, I mean, I think we can be specific. I mean, you get a group
People-
of I don't know what, 8
Brenda,
kids
people,
in.
people
who,
have always been entitled. a
no,
little
of
bit
course,
entitled.
that's what I. Of course they have.
You know,
But again, I'm not going to mention names, but it's a different kind of entitlement than when you get now a bunch of 25-year-old girls who come in to party
yeah.
and don't order any food and order just a bottle of wine on a weekend night in a small joint.
I
mean, what do you
think I
do?
told you the story. I respectfully asked these young ladies to leave. They were a party of 10 on a Saturday night.
Right.
And I had an inkling because we're not that place where like, oh, let's go take pictures of each other.
Oh,
It's like,
God.
you know,
Selfie hell.
we have a 1965 Cadillac Eldorado. I'm not sure if you saw it. And it was across the street yesterday. And sometimes people are like getting too close to take pictures, and I got to come outside like, get the fuck off the car. They're like, oh, sorry. Is it your car? I'm like, no, I just randomly walk up to people and say, get the fuck off the car. Come on. So and that's entitlement.
Yeah. Yes, it is.
And these young ladies pretty much ordered nothing, even though I specified to them that, you know, it's you. This is not a lounge.
Yeah. No.
And they were like, yeah, sure, fine.
Not a
And I
lounge.
was like, ladies, if you're not going to order food, then this is obviously not the place for you because we're about food. My wife works really hard putting together the menu, putting together the food, shopping. You know, wakes me up sometimes in the middle of the night. I think I feel like cooking this, and I'm like, yeah, all right, cool, man, whatever. And you know, you're not getting it, so I'm going to cancel your order. You ordered 2 bottles of wine; they're on me. Have a good night. Go someplace else. Go get a box of pizza. I work in the industry, and I've never. I says, oh my God, you should be embarrassed that you're rolling with a crew like this that's not ordering any food on a Saturday night in a small restaurant where you're
Yep.
taking up a quarter of the space.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, she told me to go fuck myself. I told her, oh my God, I can't believe you have a mouth like that, especially tomorrow being our Lord Jesus Christ's day.
He hath risen. Well, I bet she hit Yelp immediately.
Oh yeah, she
I mean-
said I was mean, and my wife uses that for our reviews and goes, yes, come. There's a lot of fa la la because she believes in fa la la, and then the grumpy manager, owner, bathroom attendant will be mean to you.
She'll respond.
Well, we don't respond. We normally just say thank you.
Yeah, I love the response.
We don't
which is
we don't
thank
get
you.
into responses
Just
with
say
them.
thank you.
I don't want to get into a back and forth with you. Thank you.
Yep.
You're an asshole.
Yep.
Yes, thank you.
So you said that you were saying that a lot of restaurants that they attempt to be New York,
Yeah.
and so that's not you can't try to be New York. You kind of either you are.
gradually work into it. You know, you sort it out. You know, pretty much, except for me. I was born here, Metropolitan Hospital on 96th Street or 97th. You know, everybody's from someplace else. So why do you want to, you know, just roll with it as time goes by? If you're going to stay here, you're going to become a regular at our restaurant or at any restaurant place, hardware store, whatever the case is.
Yep.
And you don't have to work so hard. But, you know, sometimes people want it quick. You know, we want everything right away.
Yep.
You know,
Sometimes I would say a lot of people want it quick. Yeah. I mean, you know,
and that don't happen.
it's like a virus.
Yes,
I don't know what
yes,
happened
yes,
to.
yes.
No, because also that is the joy of being in a restaurant. You know, is that well, you place a very large order, of course, with some wine, but you relax. You don't look at your fucking phone.
Oh,
you know what I
God.
mean? You don't take pictures of the food on plates, Julio.
Listen,
you
you know,
don't.
if you want to take pictures, knock yourself out.
Right.
You know, that's wonderful to share with your friends. Whatever you want to do, knock yourself out. I'm not hating too much on that.
Right.
What I do sometimes go to tables and say to them, I'm going to take your phones away. Because it's a couple. and they're having dinner and they're both looking at their phones. I'm like, guys, unless you're like calling in an airstrike or you're scheduling brain surgery for somebody.
At this point, they might be.
Yeah, right. Get the fuck off the phone. Talk to the girl. She's a pretty girl.
Yeah.
What the fuck? And
Yeah.
some people get it. Some people get my very dark sense of humor. Other people are like, oh.
Right. Who does he think he is? Is probably
Exactly.
what they
and
think.
it's like,
right?
yeah, whatever, man. You
Yeah.
know, you may come back, you may not come back.
Well, I do have to say that in those early years, you scared the shit out of me, Julio. You really did.
I don't understand why.
Because you were just so intimidating. First of all, because the people
That's
that you
your-
knew
that's-
and loved you. No, I'm not projecting. I mean, this was part of the charm. It always was being able to seduce Julio and B. Once you were in, there was no looking back. I mean, that's the amazing thing. Once you're in. But I got to tell you, you got to pull those oars. Not everybody, but
to me, like the coolest moments I've had in this, 31 years that we're doing this, is when I've had people come in, and this has happened at Bagato, it's happened at Il Posto Accanto. We get off on the wrong foot. They show up late. I don't have the table ready. I'm running behind, whatever. I mean, damn, we were notorious at El Bagato. For you made a reservation, you still had to wait 45 minutes to an hour sometimes.
Yeah.
We just didn't have an idea what we were doing, and we still don't have an idea what we're doing. The reservation book is a piece of paper. I don't have it, but it's a little scrap piece of paper that I write down who's coming in when. We're not fancy. And I don't have a tablet. But I saw some dude outside of a restaurant the other day with a tablet. I was like, wow, you're cool, bro. I hope you're playing video games. But I've had instances where we get off at the wrong foot. Like sometimes even had moments almost getting close to blows.
Yeah.
And they become our best customers, dear friends.
wow, this is a happy ending.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I'll ask
That,
you
to
later
me,
who those
that's
were.
the coolest thing.
Right.
That's the coolest thing.
That's, my God.
Yeah.
It's one of the toughest things to manage there is.
Yeah,
Thankfully.
it is. It's nice.
It
It's
is.
nice.
There's nothing better than a relationship that starts with a little bit of friction.
Fuck yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if it's all going to be, roses and or as my wife calls everyone, petunias. If it's all going to be petunias from the beginning, it's not going to be fun.
Well, that means they don't have a lot of firepower inside them.
Yeah, yeah. And we embrace that and we love that. And, I had a gentleman come in the other day with his daughter now. He was living in Costa Rica. He's Portuguese. He's all over the place. But he's a rough kid that grew up in Queens, having known each other for years. And when he first started coming to El Bagato, when we first opened in 1995,
Right.
he was just as standoffish as I was.
Oh, wow. Wow.
And we've become dear
Tighter
friends.
than, right.
Yeah.
But you're
And
tight
he-
with a lot
And
of the
he
male
would
customers.
come in with a crew of guys, shots, drinks, before, during, after. We'd go to clubs together afterwards. And now he comes in with his daughter who looks more mature than he is, and she's a teenager. I was like, damn, you look like the grown-up in the family. She's like, yep, that's me. So, to me, those are like the cool things. And we didn't plan it. We didn't like, oh, this is going to be our thing. This is how we're going to do it.
But
It
this
just-
is the joy of it, Julio.
It just rolled
wasn't
into it.
You can't fake it.
calculated.
Yeah, you can't fake it.
Yeah.
No, you
It's
can't.
like all these restaurants now that try to build interiors that are meant to look like a certain time period. You can just tell it's like, oh, they put up these walls that are meant to look like this time, not like the walls are from that time.
Well, they try and create an ambience, I
Yeah.
guess. You're right.
I mean,
an
but
aura.
that's
Aura.
cool because maybe you're exposing people to these things. I don't know. We're weird. We're lazy. We're boring. We're
You're
all
not
that
lazy.
all that weird stuff because like we never planned.
Right.
It's like you're hanging out with us. We struggled to build that restaurant in Bagato because we had issues with our landlord / contractor, went to court, just so much crazy stuff. He sold the building to this guy, telling him we were the worst tenants in the world,
Oh, that's nice.
that we were horrible. They wound up selling the building, and as I was coming over here on the bike, I drove down where his office is on
Right.
37th, and I was like, I gotta call James Rinsler. We gotta
Oh,
have
wow.
lunch
Yeah,
together.
yeah.
Because we have lunch every now and then.
Right.
He was like, that guy was a piece of garbage.
And this restaurant was literally 2 doors down from where they are now, right?
Well, no,
It was-
next door.
Oh, was
Next
it
door.
next door?
Next door, yeah, next door.
Oh, wow.
That was the chicken, and Il Posto Accanto was the egg.
Okay.
We opened Bagato in 95 and Il Posto in 99. And it was cool, like,
No, but Bagato was also a massive party scene. I mean, you had that DJ down there. The
we
guy
had
who
a
was
DJ
famous
every
for Sneaks.
we had a DJ every night.
Right.
You know.
Yeah. I
Matter
mean,
of
the
fact,
basement.
Yes, in the basement.
definitely
Matter
a
of fact,
party
one
scene.
of our DJs just passed away, the infamous Lord Sear, who was just one of the sweetest individuals I know. Just a huge heart.
Were you already working when you met your wife at Lucky Strike? Were you already in restaurants?
No,
No.
never.
What were you doing at that point? You were
I
driving
was
cab?
professionally unemployed. I had worked for several years in the supermarket industry. I worked for Food Emporium supermarkets. They were at the time one of the most high-end premier supermarket chain in the Upper East Side.
Mm-hmm.
And prior to that, I thought I was going to be an airplane mechanic. Obviously, that ship sailed or
It's a good
flew away.
analogy there.
Yeah, it didn't
Planes
work
and
out.
ships.
That didn't work out.
They might
and-
need you now.
I'm sorry?
They might
Yeah,
need you now.
Really.
Yeah, right. I wouldn't trust me. And
They would.
my wife at the time was working as a literary agent, but she had this bug where she wanted to open up a restaurant. She even thought about doing it in Bali. And just because she loves to cook, she didn't go to school. She's not a chef. She's not any of these things. She hates it if you call her a chef. Like, who's the chef downstairs? I'm like, no, she's barefooted at home cooking. I'm like, come on.
She's the cook.
Yeah, she's a cook.
Yeah.
And her dad told her, well, if you want to do this, you need to get experience. So she bartended at a place, managed in another place, and then we
Yeah,
came
wow, I
across-
never knew her then. I
Yeah,
mean,
she used to manage for a short period of time this place called Tanti Baci in the West Village.
right.
And then I gravitated from being professionally unemployed to driving a yellow cab. I did that for a couple of years. That was a lot of fun. And then she found this place, and somehow I got stuck building it with my friends from Uptown.
Right.
Because we had to fire the contractor. And then the next thing you know, I'm involved in one way or the other. And here we are 31 years later,
Yep.
32 years later, because we started this journey in 1994.
God, it just.
See, that's a real journey, Brenda.
Yeah, that is.
Brenda
you
hates the
can
word
use
journey
that word
because
journey.
people. She
Legit.
says people throw their word
Yes,
around
so
too
casually.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
everything's
I
a
took
journey.
a journey at
This sounds
yoga.
like a journey.
I took a journey
Yeah,
at
but
meditation.
it's like a
uh,
journey where like they throw chickpeas on the floor and you have to kneel and go across the floor on the chickpeas. So
That's quite a journey. It definitely is.
there was a lot.
But I mean, again, I have to say, in the '90s, all this nostalgia that kids have, there was something about it that was more. Here's the other word they all use these days: organic. It was easier. You know what I mean? She could find a hole in the wall. She could decide, and it doesn't mean it got easy to have it, but you could build it. You could open it. You could. It's not like now where everything
Well,
has
you didn't
become.
need $10 million.
Exactly.
Yes.
It's,
Yeah.
there was no empire
That
involved.
is the thing. The other thing was that, like us and so many other places, nobody was like, "Oh, this is the clientele that we're shooting for."
Right.
This, that, the other. I remember we opened up, one of our first reviews was like one of those New York magazines where they review like maybe two or three places at the same time, and it was us and Blue Ribbon Sushi.
Right.
And that's become our home away from home.
Blue Ribbon.
Blue Ribbon
Yep.
Sushi Brasserie, love those guys. And nobody was like trying to be whatever. And yo, I'm not knocking it. If that's
No, I know, you
if that's
never
what
do.
makes your boat float,
Right.
shit, go for it, man. I mean, I tell people the tidy bowl man is my co-pilot, and we're just rolling around the bottom of the bowl. What the fuck, man? Who am I to judge you? But
No, but I also think that part of the I mean, your job is exhausting, but there's also joy in the job, precisely because
Yes.
this is a family. When I think of other restaurants that I've been to, and I won't mention the names, I mean, they run like the army. I mean, it's unbelievable how efficient.
No, we're not
It's
efficient.
unbelievable how consistently friendly, or shitty.
Oh
Right.
no,
the front
I
of the
hate
house
fake
is.
friendly. It's like when you call one of those 800 numbers and you need to complain. So, Dan, how was your day today?
Oh yeah, I know.
How's everything?
I don't know
Brenda?
you, bro.
Hi.
Yeah.
And I tell him, like, can you do me a favor? I need to do this as quickly as possible. Stop reading the
What
fucking
time?
screen. Just help me. This
Yeah,
is my
yeah.
customer number, whatever. Let's get
Yeah.
this done. I got other things to do.
It sounds like you're not having the best day. Is there something I can do?
This is the way I am.
No, I'm saying that's what they say.
Oh yeah. Oh no,
sound-
they don't
you
even
sound
go there.
upset.
They don't.
Can I
no,
offer you
wish-
some
you know
complimentary
what?
mental
If-
health services?
You know what? If one would say that, I'd be like, "Yo, you're so cool."
Come to the restaurant.
Thank you. Yes.
Wine is on us tonight.
Yeah, you got me. You got
So
me.
I think
you know?
what you're saying is that all these restaurants now have because experiences. I mean, all the ad people, everyone will tell you experiences. Like people, the only thing you can't get on the internet is experiences. So all these things are these restaurants now, which are some of them are amazing, but they're a manufactured experience
Yep.
Yes, they are.
instead of
Absolutely.
an experience that was built over time.
You know, we just stumbled upon it, not knowing what to do. You know, we loved the fact that, like, when we met, I think it was like a Thursday night, Lucky Strike had a party, and they had a DJ that would set up at the bar, and we're like, yo, if we open up a place, we got to do that.
Right.
And
right.
that gravitated to, you know, the bar, the DJ spinning at the bar, or we had a room in the back, the lounge, and it would be in all three rooms. And to me, the joy was when I would see somebody eating a bowl of pasta and doing this.
Yeah,
That's
bobbing their head.
And I'm like, oh man, that is so cool. But it's not like, and we would be rough around the edges. The cashier was my ex-roommate, best friend who helped me build a restaurant. And you think I was grumpy and mean? He was like, fuck you want? You know, he's wearing a baseball hat, cigarette. This is when you can smoke a cigarette in restaurants. Cigarette dangling from his mouth, or it's like, yo, let's go outside, smoke a joint, come back in, do a quick shot of tequila. Yeah, all right. Table of 5. Yeah, go downstairs. Yo, that table of 2, we got to make it for 5 people. You know,
Yeah.
and it was just part of the charm. And
That's what people. I think this is one of the fake things that people say today is that they want a place to be for the industry, and it's like these places are for the industry.
oh my God,
Yeah.
that's
Just
you know
the
what?
word
if
industry.
If it is organically,
Yeah,
it will happen.
Yeah.
You know, Sunday nights is the only night that we do lasagna. 10 layers. Our lasagna can kick any grandmother and anybody else's lasagna's ass. Beef, veal, and pork. It's wicked. I'm not allowed to have it because it's for the customers. Sunday nights, for whatever reason, wound up being like an industry night. Now, Babito spent half of the night, and then usually DJ Mr. Len, who was the DJ for this underground rap group called Company Flow, he would DJ. And it was people that worked in clubs, because we would all go to clubs afterwards.
Yeah.
Bars, whatever, strippers. I'm at freaking Scores one day with my brother-in-law and 2 friends of his that owned the club in Rome. Having a good time. We're sitting in the middle. I knew some of the guys there, so sit in the middle table. And there's this tall, gorgeous brunette, and she's doing her thing. And I'm like, all right, cool. But she's staring at me. She's staring at me really hard. And I'm like, is Mickey Rourke behind me or something? Like, what the hell? She comes off the stage. And she goes, are you Julio from Il Posto? I was like, yeah. She's like, I love your lasagna.
There you go. Yeah.
I'll give you a lap dance for a piece of lasagna. And I was like, my friend's visiting from Rome. Why don't you hook him up over there? I'm good. Thank you, man. Thank you.
Like times have changed there, Julio.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, yeah, you know.
no more lap
now it's like-
dancers hanging out at.
Yeah. Well, no.
So, although who knows?
Oh, I thought you were
occasionally-
going to say the
occasionally
transaction's
we-
different now.
Or the transactions.
2 pieces of lasagna
Two
for a lap
pieces,
dance.
yeah. It's
Inflation.
gone up. You know, we get such a variety of people, as you said before.
Right.
And sometimes you don't know who's who, and in the same token, you don't want to know who's
Too much.
who.
Yep.
You know, and if you get the
Yep.
occasional celebrity person, it's like we're not that place where like, oh, can we take pictures together?
Yeah.
You
No,
know?
nobody would dream of doing that. I mean,
No.
everybody ignores especially when it's somebody who's. But
Exactly.
the other thing, I mean, that we were talking about last week, and I won't mention any names, is that you can have a rabid Republican in there.
You know what? It is like a dinner party. It's been a place. We've gone through so many things with the community. 9/11, Sandy, blackouts,
Yeah.
the economy going to shit, and hey, the night's still young. And
Pandemic.
pandemic,
Yeah.
huge. And the thing is, we've always done our best to stay open, because people in the community, especially, they need a place,
Yeah.
and they need a place to have a good time and celebrate. When Obama was elected, we had we didn't even like advertise, let's have a party. Just people came, clapped, had a good time, hugged, kissed. And when other people have been elected, they've come to and they,
To drink.
to drink their sorrows away. So the community, East Second Street, to me is one of the safest, coolest blocks. Everybody looks out for each other. My car's watched over. My neighbors look after it.
Yeah.
We have Dr. Dave across the street, who's a wacky motherfucker,
My
but
God.
he's got a heart of gold.
Yeah.
I have my neighbor upstairs.
What's he do?
I'm sorry?
What's Dr. Dave do?
Dr. Dave is a general practitioner. But, he'll pay me what you can. Give him
Right.
a dozen eggs or something.
And he worked for the community. I mean,
He
I
works
remember
for
when
the
he
community.
removed
He
all
takes
those
care
tats.
of people.
Yeah.
Takes care of everyone, takes care of our staff. My neighbor upstairs, I've known the family since we started there in 1994. They've been living upstairs. I've seen the kids grow up. The kids are having kids. He is the vice president of the New York chapter of the Hells Angels. And I can honestly say one of the nicest human beings I know. And my neighbor. And look out for him, looks out for us, look out. And it's,
But that must have helped a lot early on. I mean, when the Angels, when
no,
they
no,
had
no,
the
no.
garage,
He wasn't involved with them early
he
on.
wasn't?
He was
Oh.
involved in some other club, but he grew up as a child across the street from them.
Right.
And
because I remember that.
Right, and the Angels were on 3rd Street, and they were. I knew a couple of the old school guys because I have friends in Rome that are friends with them, and one of the perfect mantra that I love that I got from my friend in Rome is and he says it to me in Spanish, "Somos amigos de todo el mundo hasta que nos chinguen." We're everyone's friend until you fuck with us. And it's a
It's a
simple
good
mantra.
philosophy.
It's very simple.
Yeah.
It's very simple, and I appreciate that. But no, the neighborhood has always been there for us, and one of the things that's cool is that we're a restaurant for people from the neighborhood, for people from outside of the neighborhood, Upper East Side, Upper West Side, downtown, and people from out of town. So there's always a variety of people
Yep.
coming
Yep.
through,
Yep.
and people need that place where they could go to, especially, after COVID, people needed to be amongst other people,
Mm-hmm.
and we tried, we didn't try, we succeeded. My friend Seth Rosenzweig wrote in a couple of weeks a movie, and we shot it in 6 days. It's called Sunday El Posto Accanto.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't wear this today because I'm promoting it. It's just that it was the clean
No,
one.
I
on
loved
top.
it. Yeah,
It was the clean one on top of the hoodie pile. And it's a bunch of New York City vignettes that if you're a New Yorker, you know about a fire hydrant. Kids playing it, adults playing it, Some people from out of town are like, "Oh my God, you're wasting water." It's like, "Yo, dude, we got a sprinkler cap. Mind your business.
Right.
Keep it moving."
Right. But they also came through for you during the pandemic. I mean, that was not an easy time, Julio.
No, it was
to keep
not.
open.
It was not.
the-
We were like, "Damn, is this how it ends?"
Oh, yeah.
After all these years, this is how it
Damn.
ends. We're like, wow, there's one day we would ask our staff. We got to a point where we were just doing deliveries, and we would ask our staff, "Do you feel comfortable coming to work?" And they would say, "Yeah." And we would say, "Okay,
Right.
And they're like, yeah, we're good. And then people started dropping like flies, and their families were concerned about them riding the train to come to work. And they were like, no, I don't feel comfortable, boss.
Right.
And my wife and I were like, that's it. We're going to shut down because
Yep.
we're of a certain age. We're not going to
you
kill
can't.
ourselves doing this.
Yeah.
What's the purpose? So I'm home, and we're trying to figure out what the hell is going on and how much bills we have because we're stacked with stuff. And we had an account on PayPal or something for gift certificates. And all of a sudden, I'm getting messages.
Right.
And I'm like, what the hell? Somebody bought like some ridiculous amount, $1,000 or something. I'm like, all right, this has got to be a mistake.
Right.
I reimbursed them right away. And then the guy calls me up and he's like, dude, why'd you do that? I says, because you must have made a mistake. There's no way you're going to eat. I'm making up a number, $1,000 worth of food. Maybe you meant $100, fine. He's like, no. We need you to survive. We need you and Beatrice to survive. We need the restaurant to survive. You guys have been there for us throughout the years. And we're like, fuck it, man. We're just doing what we're doing. We're feeding you. We're having a glass of wine with you. We're shooting the shit. If I have a friend that can help you out, my friend's going to help you out. And they're like, well, now is our turn to help you. And we were able to pay bills, pay our staff, open up. And the majority of these people were like, we're not touching that money. We don't need those gift certificates.
Yeah.
We're going to go and spend money. And these are our dear friends, Kristen and Farley. And, they lived down the block for a while and then they moved. And one day, which is by accident, and that's part of the tribe, part of the community, part of East 2nd Street, they were all bummed out and freaking out. There was, I'm not sure if you guys remember that building that exploded on 2nd Avenue and 7th Street.
Oh, my God. It blew up that whole church.
Yeah. The
It
church.
was a night.
Across the street from the
Across
church.
the street from the church. Right.
So they were freaking out. They had just moved up the street, and their dog Pepper was locked up in because they shut the block down. Nobody could get through.
Right.
And they're like, we want to get our dog. And they're like, nope. Ain't nobody going because they didn't know if it was going to take out the whole block.
Yeah.
And at the time, a dear friend of mine who passed away, who I really miss a lot, his name was Joe Esposito. Joe Esposito was the chief of department for the NYPD, highest ranking uniform.
Right.
And then when he retired, Bill de Blasio brought him on as the commissioner of the Office of Emergency Management. And for whatever reason, a lot of cops hang out at our restaurant. It's like their satellite office. And he was there, and I introduced him, and he's like, what's wrong? And they were like, we live on the street, and, our dog is locked in the apartment. We're freaking out. He's like, get somebody over here.
Right.
Get a car. Take them over there.
Right.
Tell the fire department to let them in, get the apartment. Get the dog. And they came back and they hung out. But it's part of the tribe.
Yeah.
And Joe, I miss him every day because he was a dear friend of mine. He then retired again or had an issue with de Blasio, who hasn't, and came back as a building commissioner or some sort or another, and recently passed away, unfortunately, from stuff that he probably breathed in during 9/11 because he was down there.
Right.
Before, during, and after.
Oh, that didn't even occur to me. But I bet that's exactly what it was.
We spent his last minutes when he retired at Ground Zero because that's where he wanted to be.
Oh, man.
And he's in the movie as well, him and his wife.
You're a home for people.
We're a home for people.
It's not just a room. It's
no,
not just
no.
It's a home
and
where the food
we're
is
bad
way
business
better.
people.
Are you?
Right.
We're bad business people. It's like I just want to pay my staff, pay the bills. If I can buy some gasoline for my motorcycle and pay some bills.
Yeah.
So I'm a happy camper.
Yeah.
My wife, today she was like, I bought a lot of stuff at the farmer's market. I'm like, okay.
I see her, with that wagon.
That's little.
Just
That's
so
little
fabulous.
Carrello.
Oh my God!
She's got a little cart that she pulls around.
Yep.
Yeah.
Big wagon, actually. You know, and
No,
the
and-
rapport with the fish guy.
Yeah.
And the,
Yeah, she
and that's
she,
every day. I mean, she does this every day.
I don't know how the fuck she does it. I can't be that nice to people.
She goes up to you go up to the Bronx too, to
We
Arthur
go to the Bronx,
Avenue,
to
right?
Arthur Avenue, to buy meat. She's got one butcher that she only buys her oxtail from and her tripe from.
Right.
Another guy that she gets sausage from. Another guy that she buys the bacalao from because she knows that it's fresh. They sell a lot of it. There's these people that now we get coffee from them, Chirini, and
Right.
they're a sweet little family. You
Well,
know,
I have heard that there are Italians who go to that restaurant, who go to the restaurant now, who say that they can't even get in Rome anymore this kind of food because the industry has changed there and people
The
aren't
industry
doing
is
what they used
changing.
to do in
The
terms of.
industry's changing everywhere worldwide. I mean, it's hard for us and for other places like us. For the big corporate places, who cares?
Right.
The big names. But it's hard for us because the tariffs and all that craziness.
Yeah.
Getting stuff in from Italy.
Right.
The wine,
The
everything
wines,
costs
for
more,
sure.
this, that, the other. But it gets to a point where, like, what am I going to charge you? $50 for a plate of pasta?
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
Yeah.
It's nuts.
It is nuts,
And
though.
and a lot of places were able to survive COVID because of their staff.
Right.
Because
right.
you that's the first person you thank your staff, because without the dishwasher you are
Yep.
nothing.
Yep.
And if that motherfucker doesn't come to work, you are fucked.
Right.
The chef, yeah, fuck you. Jose the dishwasher, that's the motherfucking man.
But that's true in every restaurant in New York.
That's
I
true
mean,
in
when
every
you're in the
restaurant,
kitchens,
But
they
but-
are.
But not in every restaurant they appreciate, respect.
Oh
and,
no, of course.
You
of
know,
course.
it's more like, yes, I'm chef, blah 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 blah.
Yes.
know.
Yep. But also, I mean, it's scary, the ice thing. I mean, I would think if you're running a restaurant,
Ice,
if,
yes, it is. You have to make sure that your staff is correct. And that was always the thing. Everybody's got papers, you're fine. But now the ice thing is so much more difficult because of the fact that you have kids that have been working for us for years.
Right.
And they have kids that were born here, and they're trying to
Yep.
sort out their stuff.
Yep.
They're legit to work. They pay taxes. They own
Yep.
a home. They own a car. They're doing the right thing. They don't get in trouble. I don't
insane.
have that problem where people don't show up to work
Yep.
because they've been drinking. No, everybody shows up.
Yep.
We're respectful of each other. And
Well, if
we're-
only that counted, though. Do you know what I'm saying? I mean, if
But
only that mattered to the powers
ice,
that be.
well, if the kid goes to court
yeah, he
on
won't
his
make
case,
it out.
ice may grab him.
Yep. Yep.
And
No,
that's
I
the
know, it's
craziness
crazy.
that we're living with right now.
It's
That
crazy.
there's no rhyme or reason to it.
Yep.
There
Yep.
isn't. But, we're thankful. We have our health. We try to help each other out the best we can.
Yep.
We're thankful for the people that come in, even though sometimes they're like, oh, I don't feel, I need to complain. And I'm like,
I need to complain.
what's the problem? I don't feel that you were grumpy enough to me.
Ah.
And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? And
Oh,
I
they
get this
want
a
you to
lot.
be grumpy.
Huh?
They want you to be grumpy.
Yeah, I'm like, and I'll go like, seriously, are you fucking kidding me? And I get some old Jewish lady calls me up. Are you the grumpy human?
Oh, God.
Because on her website, she is right. It says a grumpy human will answer the phone. That is me. Or sometimes we're in the car, because I answer the phone all the time. Before we came in, I called the restaurant and asked them to please take the calls. And we're in the car and it's on speakerphone, and it's like my wife is like the peanut gallery. Let him finish. He's telling you his name. I'm like, you want to take the reservation?
That's right.
And this
While driving.
And this poor person's like trying to make a reservation, going like, what the fuck am I signing up for? Do I want a reservation in this place? These people are crazy. And she's like, oh, you're funny. Oh, it's your anniversary. And I'm like, I don't care.
No, but see, this is it. It's not online. It's the phone,
So
and you're already,
Yeah.
Mm,
Do the reservation companies like Durezi and Open Table come and try to woo
Of
you?
course, they send us emails on a weekly basis, and we don't need another partner. People come in, they come in, they call. Sometimes people don't know how to talk over the phone. I hope that we're doing some sort of service that's helping them. It's like you get the combination of I time myself.
Right.
If I can take your
I've heard you.
reservation in 40 seconds, we're good.
Right.
Afternoon, Il Posto Accanto. How can I help you? Hi. I'd like to make a reservation. I'm like, all right, cool. For when? For January 29th. I'm like, okay, cool. How many people? For approximately what time are you looking for? 6. I'm like, all right, I could do 6:15. I could do 5:30, whatever. Yeah, I could do 6 o'clock. You sound like a nice person. Okay, cool. And what's your name? My name is Maria. And I'm like, yo, dude, time out. Are you sure that's your name? Because it's taking you a while to tell me your name. Or can I get your name? Oh, my name's Bob, B-O-B. I was like, oh, wow, that's a rough one, bro.
Yeah, that's a challenge.
Oh, that's a challenge, bro.
B.O.B.,
Bob. I'm like, dude, I watched a lot of Sesame Street as a kid, whether I wanted to or not. I know how to spell. You don't, and I tell people, even when I see them to their face, you don't need to spell your name. If motherfuckers can't decipher it, then that's on them.
Right.
Oh, but you may have more Bobs. I'm like, unless you spell your name B-O with
may have
5
more
B's,
Bobs.
it's like, come on, bro. Like, don't,
Yeah.
So
we can make this happen.
Without a platform, though, like when people make reservations and don't show up, what do you do?
If it's a small 2, 3, I just like whatever, man. We used to take credit cards. We used to do all that stuff, and it just became too much. It became too much work. If it's a large party, like the other day, this guy made a reservation, and I had a feeling, because like you just get a feeling.
Yeah.
Called it at like 5:30. Yeah, can we come in? And it was Good Friday, so it was like whatever. It was an easy night. He doesn't show up, and we saved up the table for him. I call him up, and I says, "Excuse me, sir, maybe I made a mistake and I put you down for the wrong day, but you're whatever your name is." He goes, "Which restaurant is this?" Because people do that. They call several restaurants. I was like, "This is Il Posto Accanto." Oh, I called and I spoke to someone and I canceled. I says, "No, you didn't, because I'm the motherfucker that answers the phone. I'm the only person that answers the phone. My wife doesn't let me cook because I can't cook." I says, "You didn't. That's so rude, disrespect." He hangs up on me. So I block his number because maybe he'll try to call back. But the other thing, and I'm giving out one of my secrets, but I really don't care because what the hell. I tell sometimes people when I feel that they're kind of weird, I'm like, listen, we have a system where if you don't show up or you don't cancel on time, we're going to block you, but we're also going to share your phone number with other restaurants, and they will not take your reservation. And they're like, oh my God, for real? I'm like, yes. It's like when you rate an Uber driver.
Yeah,
We're rating you.
we know you.
I love it.
And they're like, and they come in, they're like, I showed up. I'm like, yeah, you're good. Or the one lady that I threatened with karma, she was like, oh, blah, 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 are you going to call me? I'm like, no, I believe in karma. If you don't show up, if you don't call me, things can happen to you. And she paused and she was like, I'd like to cancel my reservation. And I started laughing. I'm like, lady, what? It was a joke.
Just teasing you.
It was
just
a joke.
Teasing you,
She
lady.
was like, I don't like being threatened with karma. I was like,
oh, that's so New York, though.
I was like,
so
cool.
of the age we're in.
Yeah, I was
threatened
like,
with
cool.
karma.
I was like, yo, you did the best thing. Because if this is how we're starting our relationship, man, it's not a good thing. So I'd rather you cancel now. And we put up on our website a guide on how to make a reservation, keeping it simple. Like the guys from was it Dragnet?
You mean the old cop show?
Yeah, where the guy would go, just a fax, ma'am.
Oh,
Just a
yes,
fax."
yes, it is.
It's
Yeah.
my son's birthday, so it's like, yeah, that's wonderful. I'm happy that you decided to spend this memorable moment with us. Can we just get to the nitty gritty?
Yeah.
I got other things to do.
Yeah.
I'm trying to roll a joint. Come on. We don't take ourselves seriously.
Right.
That's the thing.
But this is also a huge change that people, like I said in the beginning, don't know how to use the fucking phone.
Right.
They don't know. It's like learning to address an envelope. I read their YouTube clips about how to address, where to put the stamp. I remember when you called me once and said, I'm at the post office. What do I do now?
Kids don't know how to count money. I gave $100 bill to this girl the other day, and she was like, "Oh my God, how do I do this?" And this girl had to like come over and help her, and I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me?"
Well, yeah, no cash society, Julio. That's what we're entering. The no cash society.
Pretty much.
Do you have any stories of kind of like some of your most magical nights? Is there anything that comes to mind with just like crazy shit that's happened there?
Well,
Dude, we can stay here till tomorrow, man, because I've had so many like weird, interesting moments, disagreements with people.
Let's hear about those.
Fun times. It would be too much because it's like almost people would be expecting it. The fun nights to me are, all right. I had a situation the other day that wasn't a fun night. It made me really sad.
Really?
But it also made me feel like I'm doing what we're supposed to be doing. This young lady that lives on the block, her and her boyfriend, they broke up.
Mm-hmm.
And I asked her to come in and have a glass of wine. And that went into her having 4 glasses of wine.
And sobbing.
And no, she didn't sob, but she cried.
Right.
Because she really loved this guy.
Right.
And I'm hoping that it works out. But she's gone through so many things, is going through stuff. And I was just thankful that I could just sit there and listen to her.
Mm-hmm.
Like last night, believe it or not, I don't like nights like that because I prefer to be able to sit and bullshit with you. Like when it's busy like last night, and thank God because we got a lot of bills to pay, I feel like an air traffic controller. Like, all right, you go sit here. Come on. All right, move over. I need that seat. Come on. You finish? Get the fuck out.
Yeah.
And that's not fun for me. The nights where, like if you would have stayed later, my friend Albie came, we're playing dominoes at the bar because it leveled off. And that to me is nice when,
that moment. When...
And then I know you were mentioning Republicans, but earlier on, but the joy that I get from those 4 walls is when it brings different people together.
Yep.
Straight, gay, white, black, rich, poor, Republican, Democrat, a couple of socialists here and there.
Yep.
When it brings people together and people can civilly talk, maybe not agree, maybe disagree, maybe when they're taking a shower, they think, oh, like, whoa, wait a minute, maybe what Brenda was saying was kind of cool.
Right.
And they do this over a bowl of pasta, over food that my wife has put so much love and intention. So when I see that, when I see people enjoying the food, enjoying the camaraderie of another person, I don't want to eat at the bar. Like, motherfucker, that's the best seat in the house.
Always best seat in the house to me.
The dude in front of you is going to give you attention. If not, you can hit him in the head with an ice cube.
Yep.
You want to sit at a table like this next to other people. All right, cool. Go knock yourself out. But yeah, that I think in a roundabout sort of way, yeah, that's my cool moment. Just nice people meeting each other.
Okay, last thing. The thing I think about is like when I feel like a lot of restaurants or restaurateurs might come to you and be like, how do I create this vibe that you have, or how do I create? And the thing is, that there's
come on! I hate the word vibe.
There's no way to cheat it. The way you do it is that the thing has to be the most important thing to you in the world, and you actually have to be there, and you actually have to care about it more than like it's like a child.
It sucks for us because I'm there 6 days a week, 7 really, because we go there in the daytime for lunch.
Yeah. And
I've had people tell me like, "Oh, if you're not there, I'm not coming." I'm like, I don't even tell people anymore. I could be on the beach somewhere or God knows where, and I'm like, yeah, I'll see you tonight. Have fun. I'm like, oops, sorry, I lied. I got bills to pay, motherfucker. Come in. No, it really is a labor of love, and we're blessed with the employees that we have. We got some kids that have been with us for over 20 years.
Yeah.
And they put up with our insanity. So, nah, man. That's cool. And then you get to have fun with people. I mean, how many restaurants do you call and the person's like, so I was looking for like an email confirmation and like I didn't get it, and like am I gonna get one? I'm like, are you in front of your computer? Yes, I am. I'm like, look really hard. one day it'll come. And she was like, huh? I was like, when you made the reservation,
One day it will come.
did I ask you for your email address? She goes, no. So how the hell am I supposed to email you? I says, yo, but back in the days, I had a pigeon. His name was Lorenzo. And we would send Lorenzo to your house, and he like with his thumbs up. But Peter says we can't use Lorenzo anymore. But how many places can you call? And when I call places and I get like that saucy attitude from the old dude or from my dentist's wife that used to answer the phone, Dr. Chimino's wife. Hi, Julio. You're going to see the doctor tomorrow. And I'm like, yeah, I know. I'm there.
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah.
You know, I love that. That's New York.
Yeah, I
That's New York.
agree. It's
That's-
speaking.
Yeah, it is.
Well, you know what I mean. It's the first form of one-to-one. Is when
Exactly.
you're on the phone.
Exactly.
Why do you hate the word vibe?
Dude, it just sounds so quick. You know what I did on New Year's? Which is I hate a lot of words. I hate a lot of things. Amazing. But like, you know,
It was
certain girls
amazing.
certain girls say, "Oh my God, that's so amazing." And I'm like, or sometimes I'm like, "What's your name?" Amazing. I'm like, your parents named you Amazing? So this girl is at the restaurant, I think it was New Year's Eve, and she was like, oh my God, amazing, blah, blah. I was like, love, we're canceling the word amazing this year. She goes, oh, we are? It's like, yeah, it's 2 cheese ball. Everybody uses that. So what are we going to use instead of amazing? He says, we're going to say, that was motherfucking awesome. Make sure you...
Hold on to that
The
thought.
motherfucker part.
Right.
And she's like, it's motherfucker. Exactly. Motherfucker. You know,
All right.
sense of humor,
convert.
baby. Sense of humor.
It's a convert.
Beautiful. Thank you so much for being
What a
here.
joy, what a joy, what a
Thank you.
joy.
You're gonna have to come back.
Tell
We'll
him,
do it again. We'll do the whole thing again. I'll
No,
come for
no,
dinner.
no.
You come.
You just come by the restaurant and hang out, man. You know,
Okay.
introduce you to the rest of the crew.
But
I'd love
call. Call first.
I will call.
Spell Daniel.
just-
D-A-N.
No, just call me. Call me.